Tangaza College is sending out 85 of its graduates to be the messengers of the good news. The 22nd graduation ceremony of its 25 years of existence. It has taken a long journey of 25 years to reach where Tangaza is today. From its birth in 1985 to date, this place has been the holy ground for the final preparation to priesthood for the many missionaries who came as students from all over the world to work in Africa and elsewhere. Some of the old students remember Tangaza with fondness.
After play, you'd get together and you take drinks together. So all that helped us very much to bond together.
It was not a question of going to school, coming back and forget Tangaza. Somehow the relationship continued up to the community level.
The story of Tangaza goes back to the early 1980s when many religious congregations were beginning to plant their charism in the African soil. Many young and enthusiastic student missionaries from different parts of the world, belonging to the various religious orders, began to come to Africa. With their arrival, a need was felt for a place to train them in their last leg of the journey to priesthood. In the year 1985, 6 congregations together formed a consortium for the purpose of starting a training center for their students of theology. This center was named TCR, Theological Center for Religious. On 30th October 1987, TCR was blessed and inaugurated formally by His Eminence Maurice Cardinal Otunga, the Archbishop of Nairobi, in the presence of the Pro-Nuncio. The story of Tangaza began to be engraved in the pages of history when, in 1986, the first batch of 20 seminarians began their theological studies at TCR. During the early days, the spirit that existed in the newly born religious theological college was that of a family. Inter-religious sports were one of the main events that created much interest among the students.
I remember some very, very hot matches of volleyball, of basketball and football, of course, where legs would also go, but that experience was also very telling and very, very interesting. No?
In the year 1997, Tangaza became a constituent college of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa while remaining administratively autonomous. They chose the Swahili title Tangaza for this college to illustrate the fact that people who graduate from here are being sent out to proclaim the good news. As time went by, new branches of studies were welcomed. Already in 1989, the Institute of African Studies, owned and sponsored by the Merinol missionaries, began as an outreach program of CTU, Catholic Theological Union, Chicago. Father Michael has a clearly defined goal for the Institute.
Develop a memory, a mindset that reflects African mindset. And those that are African, they are able for the first time in their lives to understand their own identity.
In 1995, the Board of Governors approved the Institute of Social Ministry in Mission, which was an initiative of Father Francesco Pirli. His dream for the Institute is
to prepare pastoral agents, lay persons, religious and priests, for a clearer role in the society.
Meanwhile, the De La Salle brothers approached the Board of Governors of Tangaza with a proposal of starting an institute for training secondary school teachers, and in 1996, their institute was officially accepted by Tangaza. It has many dreams for the future.
Create a student-centered learning experience where the students are not receivers of information being lectured, but the students are participants in the learning teaching system.
In 1996, the Order of Discalced Carmelites came up with a proposal for starting an integrated institute called the Institute of Spirituality and Religious Formation.
The vision of the program is not just to convey factual information to the students, but to help them be involved in their own personal growth too, because we feel you can't give what you don't have, and if they're going to be helping others in their spiritual and faith growth, they need to be working on that themselves.
In 2002, the Board of Governors of Tangaza approved the Institute of Youth Ministry as requested by the superiors of the Salesians of Don Bosco and the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians. They have future dreams for the institute.
To empower young people, and empower young people in an all-round or a holistic way, so that wherever they go, they are able to empower people and make a difference for themselves and for the world they live in.
Again, in 2002, the Board of Governors approved the Institute of Social Communication. It grew out of the homiletic section within the theology department, and it was officially inaugurated on the 25th March 2003.
Our main concern was to to educate media professionals with a strong social responsibility.
In 2007, Tangaza entered into a memorandum of understanding with DePaul University School for New Learning, which offers leadership and management course under the Institute of Spirituality and Religious Formation.
Well, the mission is really about enabling and empowering religious women first. They are our first consideration. And then other people, lay people, to be good leaders and good managers in whatever ministries or careers they take.
Tangaza has a state-of-the-art library, which is an essential part of any institution of higher learning. Today, Tangaza boasts of a well-equipped IT department, a cafeteria, a chapel where daily mass is celebrated, and a playground where the sporting activities of the college take place. A ladies' hostel is an addition that helps many young ladies who find it hard to get accommodation while studying at Tangaza. Tangaza has played a major role in forming the past students to be who they are today.
I look at things, I think, differently than the way I did before I joined Tangaza. I have a different approach to life. I can say actually I have progressed.
Since I left Tangaza in 2008, I'm able to join a cadet course which has elevated me to the rank of inspector or assistant OCS in terms of the police structures.
Though Tangaza is a clergy-dominated society, it is open towards the laity.
So basically I think of my work as listening to the departments, the institutes, the School of Theology, just hearing what would help them to move forward, to do better what they are already doing, and then to bring that to the conversations that move the community forward, right?
You are with me, Wageni Wamba.
The institutes of Tangaza are proud of its past students, most of whom are doing well in the civil society.
It's taught me that every message I share has an impact on society, and what do I do? What can I do about that? And so that has really helped me in my work right now.
Studying at Tangaza gave me an opportunity to be able to interact with people and also be able to learn about what youth are facing in their countries, and also learn different opportunities of how we can address the youth issues.
I find even my family members realizing that I'm a little bit different, and I believe it's from this experience here that I not only went for academic certificates, I went for growth.
Tangaza has a bright future, and its past students and present administrators would like to take it to greater heights.
To have an institution that really gives good foundation in theology that would be able to inspire all the participants to develop their particular charism.
We should integrate subjects related to ethics, related to spirituality, related to natural theology, etc., in all the curriculum.
We are for the service of the member congregations and of the church in Kenya, and I hope no matter how big we grow, we won't lose that focus.
From a humble beginning in 1986, today, Tangaza is a home and center of intellectual activities to more than 1,300 students from 60 countries and belonging to 22 religious congregations.
I like Tangaza because it's a place of diversity and the interest of people from different places of Africa. It's an enriching experience.
What I like the most in Tangaza is the freedom of each one, you know. We are ready to explain or to express ourselves according to our feelings, according to what we once liked to.
The reason why I like Tangaza is because it accommodates diverse cultures and we are able to learn from each other, and also the learning system is of high technology, which allows for growth and development.
In its rich diversity, Tangaza is a living example of celebrating differences, creating a community and a family of people who come from various backgrounds, religious beliefs, and ethnic groups. Thus, true to its name, Tangaza continues to announce the gospel message of love and unity in this part of the world.